people think betrayal always comes with shouting, slammed doors, or dramatic confessions. Sometimes it comes with a smile, and sometimes it comes from your own sister. The question was simple. "So, sweetheart," my grandma said, her voice warm and curious, "where's the SUV I gave you?" The room went quiet. I blinked once, twice. "The SUV?" I asked carefully. Grandma chuckled like I'd misheard her. "Yes, honey, the blue one. I gave it to you last year, remember?" My heart dropped into my stomach. I felt my sister stiffen beside me. And when Grandma slowly turned her head to look at her, I knew something was very, very wrong. Growing up second place. My name is Emily Carter, and I've spent most of my life learning how to be invisible. I'm the younger daughter, the responsible one, the one who never asked for much, never caused trouble, and never got credit. My sister Rachel. She was the star. Rachel was louder, prettier, more dramatic. The kind of girl who cried convincingly and laughed even better. Teachers adored her. Relatives bragged about her. My parents bent around her moods like gravity itself shifted to keep her happy. I learned early that if Rachel wanted something, she'd get it. And if she wanted something that belonged to me, well, that usually disappeared too. But Grandma was different. Grandma Leaner. My grandma, Eleanor Carter, was the only person in my family who truly saw me. She was sharp, independent, and wealthy in that quiet old money way. No flashy jewelry, no loud opinions, just a woman who paid attention. She remembered my birthday. She asked about my job. She listened when I spoke. When I graduated college with honors, while working 2 jobs, she hugged me longer than anyone else. "You've got grit," she told me once. "Don't let anyone take that from you." I didn't realize how prophetic those words would be. The gift I never received. Last year, Grandma had called me personally. "Emily," she said, "I want to help you get on your feet." I was living in a small apartment, saving every dollar, taking public transit to work. "I'm giving you something," she said. "No arguing." I thanked her, confused but grateful. A week later, Rachel showed up at my apartment, beaming. "Guess what Grandma did?" she said, tossing car keys in the air. I frowned. "What?" "She bought me an SUV. Can you believe it?" My stomach twisted. "She bought you an SUV?" "Yeah," Rachel shrugged. "She said it was technically for you, but I needed it more. You don't even drive much." I stared at her. "You took a car Grandma bought for me." Rachel rolled her eyes. "Relax. Grandma won't care. She never keeps track of details." That was the first time I felt something crack inside me. But I stayed quiet. I always stayed quiet. The family brunch. Fast forward 1 year later. We were all gathered at my parents' house for Sunday brunch, something we did whenever Grandma came to town. She looked older, frailer, but her eyes were still sharp. We sat around the table. My parents, Rachel and her husband, me, alone as usual. Conversation drifted until Grandma smiled at me. "So, Emily," she said, "how's the SUV holding up?" The fork slipped from my fingers. "I'm sorry," I said. "The SUV," she repeated. "I was thinking of upgrading mine and wondered how you liked that model." I felt heat rush to my face. I don't have an SUV." Silence. A heavy, choking silence. My mom laughed nervously. "Oh, Mom, you must be confused." Grandma didn't laugh. She slowly turned to Rachel. Rachel's smile froze. The look that changed everything. Grandma didn't raise her voice. She didn't accuse. She just looked at Rachel the way a judge looks at a defendant who has already been proven guilty. "Rachel," she said calmly, "why does Emily say she never received the vehicle I purchased in her name?" Rachel opened her mouth, closed it, then laughed. "Oh, that old thing. I thought Emily knew I was borrowing it." "Borrowing," Grandma repeated. "Yes, borrowing temporarily." How long is temporary? Grandma asked. Rachel hesitated. My heart was pounding. About a year, Rachel said. Grandma nodded slowly. Then she turned back to me. Emily, she said softly, did you know your sister was borrowing your SUV? I swallowed. No, I said. I was told it was hers. That was when my grandma stood up. The calm before the storm. I see, Grandma said. She adjusted her coat, picked up her purse, and smiled politely. Well, she said, I think it's time we cleared up a few misunderstandings. My parents looked panicked. Rachel looked annoyed. I looked terrified. Grandma turned to me. Emily, she said, would you mind coming with me tomorrow morning? To where? I asked. She smiled. To fix a mistake. And for the first time in my life, I realized this wasn't just about a car. This was about everything Rachel had taken from me. And Grandma had finally seen it. That night, I barely slept. Grandma's words, to fix a mistake, echoed in my head over and over. For years, I'd convinced myself that staying quiet was maturity, that letting things go made me the better person, that family peace mattered more than fairness. But lying awake in my small apartment, I realized something terrifying. I had lost years of my life trying not to rock a boat that had never included me anyway. The next morning, at exactly 9 a.m., Grandma picked me up. She was already sitting in the driver's seat of her silver sedan, posture straight, expression unreadable. You ready? She asked. I nodded, heart pounding. Good, she said, because today we're not assuming anything, we're confirming. Our first stop was the dealership. The paper trail. The sales manager greeted Grandma warmly. Mrs. Carter, always a pleasure. Grandma smiled politely. I need copies of the purchase documents from last year, the blue SUV. The man typed for a moment, then frowned. That vehicle, he said, it was registered under Emily Carter. My breath caught. Grandma didn't look surprised. And the insurance, she asked. Transferred to Rachel Carter 2 days after purchase, he said slowly. Silence. Grandma thanked him, collected the paperwork, and walked out. Her grip on the folder was tight, but her voice was calm. That, she said, is called theft. When the mask slips. We drove straight to my parents' house. Rachel's SUV, my SUV, was parked proudly in the driveway. Grandma knocked once. My mom opened the door, already tense. Mom. Get Rachel, Grandma said. Rachel came down the stairs smiling. That smile faded when she saw the papers in Grandma's hand. We need to talk, Grandma said. Rachel crossed her arms. About what? Grandma held up the documents. About why you stole from your sister and lied to me for a year. Rachel scoffed. Stole, please. Emily didn't even need it. That was when something snapped inside me. For once, I said. Voice shaking but loud. This isn't about what you think I need. Everyone turned to look at me. Rachel looked stunned. I'd never spoken like that before. The truth comes out. Cornered, Rachel did what she always did. She cried. She blamed stress. She blamed jealousy. She blamed me. She never says what she wants, Rachel shouted. She just lets things happen. Grandma didn't raise her voice. She simply said, you took advantage of her silence. Then she turned to my parents. And you let it happen. My father looked away. My mother whispered, we didn't think it was that serious. Grandma nodded slowly. That's the problem, she said. You never do until it costs you. Consequences. By the end of the day, the SUV was legally transferred back to me. Rachel was ordered to repay insurance and usage costs. Grandma froze all financial support to my parents. Rachel was removed from Grandma's will entirely. Rachel screamed. My parents begged. Grandma stood firm. Emily, she said later, handing me the keys. You don't need revenge, you need justice. But she wasn't finished. The final twist. 2 weeks later, Grandma invited the entire family to her house. She sat us down like children. I've updated my estate plan, she announced. Rachel's eyes lit up, then dimmed. My assets, Grandma continued, will be placed into a trust. She looked directly at me. Emily will be the executor. Rachel exploded. You're choosing her over me. Grandma didn't hesitate. I'm choosing honesty over entitlement. A new beginning. Rachel moved out of state not long after. My parents, they finally started treating me like a daughter instead of background noise. As for me, I sold the SUV. Used the money for a down payment on a home. The first night I slept there, Grandma called. You proud of yourself? She asked. Yes, I said. She smiled through the phone. You should be. The lesson. Some people mistake kindness for weakness. Some families confuse silence with consent. And sometimes, the loudest justice comes from finally telling the truth. I didn't take revenge. I took my life back. The end.